Joining me now is Potomac Wealth Advisors President and Founder Mark Avallone. Also joining the conversation all morning long this morning, Fox Business's Dagan McDowell and Forbes Media Chairman, former Republican presidential candidate himself, Steve Forbes. Great to see you guys this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. Mark, let me get your take on markets. Interesting to see with all of this uncertainty out there, whether it has to do with COVID, lockdowns, a contested presidential election, we got record highs in the market. S&P 500 and NASDAQ begin the day in uncharted territory. Your reaction?
Well, all those risks are out there, but what's also out there is a giant Federal Reserve Bank that has made money pretty cheap and readily available. And we have a vaccine, and those are giants. And they're driving this desire from investors to participate in a historic rally. And when you have trillions of cash on the sidelines and the roaring 2020 is about to happen, where people are so pent up, they're going to go out to eat, they're going to go out to travel and shop and vacation and play and go to Vegas. And it's going to be an incredible burst of economic activity. Investors are jumping in early. Now, maybe we're jumping in a little fast here and borrowing some of those 2021 gains, but this rally is real because it's based on economic activity that's perceived for 2021.
Yeah, I mean, look, you say people are going to have this burst of activity. We're looking at another lockdown in several areas of the country. Look at California. Look at Governor Cuomo in New York threatening that he might shut down indoor dining. How does that play into things?
Well, the personal tragedies and these stories we're hearing about small town merchants and Main Street operators is heartbreaking. And the amount of cases in hospitals is real. And, you know, it's almost unfortunate that we talk about a stock market rally against that backdrop. But as you know, the investors are looking into the second quarter of next year. The market's looking forward and beyond that. And that's what's tricked investors. The conversations I'm having are about the shutdowns and the pain, empty office buildings, restaurants closing, and that's what's been driving the fear. But the savvy money, at least thus far, is looking beyond it and is looking to this burst of activity that is in all likelihood going to happen if the vaccines are widely accepted.
Well, we certainly see the IPO market with the burst of excitement. Major week for a couple of companies going public. Food delivery service DoorDash hitting the trading block today, pricing its shares at $102 a share. Tomorrow, home sharing giant Airbnb will begin trading. This stock expected to trade or open, be priced between $56 and $60 a share. Mark, your expectations. Would you buy any of these IPOs?
Well, both of these companies have first-in advantage, and they're creating the category, and they're leaders. And recent history has shown us we can't ignore companies like this, even though their valuations are very lofty. But investors have to either figure out what their time frame is or what their risk tolerance is, because the rollout could be rocky. Look at Uber, look at Peloton. They're both doing very, very well now, but that wasn't always the case. They both went below their IPO price significantly for some time until there was a catalyst or a change or people had more clarity. So I think the same thing could happen to these two. They're both leaders, and I think investors may want to be there at some point, but you don't have to jump in on the first day or bid it up at any price. Right. That's what I would suggest to those who are looking at these headlines today.
All right, Mark, thanks very much for being here. Good to see you, sir. We appreciate it. Mark Avallone joining us there.